Happy October. Welcome to Hellhound's Loathsome Lore, episode 32. As part of my late night Spookshow here on the Horror Metal channel. I'm Hellhound, of course, and as you can see, I've got a few more figures today. Well, not today, but recently. One of them did come in the mail today, but the other two I got like about a week ago. I was going to wait to unbox them for this video, but I just couldn't wait. I had to hurry up and do it to see what they looked like all together, so... yeah, as you can see, I finally got that Part 7 Jason. That's the one I was most excited about. Ever since they started making these things, I was hoping they'd make a Part 7 eventually, and then, they announced it a few months back, and it finally came out, and I finally got one. And then I got Herbert West from Reanimator right there beside Ash from the Evil Dead trilogy. He's a little too tall. He kind of towers over Ash, but it's okay. What can you do? It's alright, no big deal. And I got the Miner from the original Bloody Valentine. Yeah, and I already talked about some of the other figures in my last video. I got that He-Man and that Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles recently. And I was going to get a Goku from Dragon Ball Z today. I saw one when I was at the mall earlier, but I decided not to. I don't know why. But anyway, alright, well, let's take a closer look. Okay, yes, let's take a look. Yeah, I already talked about these two in my last Loathsome Lore video, episode 31. Yeah, I already had a Leonardo. I used to have a crap load of Ninja Turtles figures when I was a kid, but don't have any more, of course. I had another Leonardo that looked almost identical to this one. He didn't have the swords or the belt, so I got a new one, which looks much better. And then this He-Man figure. It's not the actual one from the 80s, It's not the one I had when I was a kid, but it looks pretty damn close. It's a retro series. If I take a close look at it, I can see some subtle differences between this and the original figure that I used to have, but close enough. They have a Skeletor as well. Looks pretty cool. I'll probably get that one eventually. Alright, now for the really good stuff. I guess let's start with the Miner from Bloody Valentine, the original from 1981. Yeah, the Miner. Harry Warden. The Miner, of course, comes with his pickaxe. Pretty cool. It's really detailed. I wish that this lit up. There's even like a little wire. So when I first got this, I thought maybe it did. But then when you look, it's just, it's pure plastic. So it'd be cool if it was an actual light. But yeah, oh well. What can you do? Still an awesome figure, nonetheless. NECA always does a great job, of course. And yeah, here's the box that came in. It comes with a few accessories. There's the Valentine, the box of chocolates, or actually a box with a bloody heart in it. Let's take an even closer look. Yeah, as I said, I was going to wait to unbox these during this video. They're probably a little cooler, but I just couldn't wait. I got the other ones like a week ago, and I was like, I gotta hurry and see what they look like on my display with all the other figures. Yeah. So yeah, it comes with the small knife, the nail gun, and then of course the candy heart, which if you open it, you'll actually find a real heart inside. Yeah, very gruesome. Bloody heart. You don't want to get a Valentine quite like that, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a nice touch how it opens and even has the bloody heart inside. They always go all out with their figures. They always do an amazing job with all the details and the accessories. But yeah, pretty cool figure. I definitely recommend it. Pretty sure it's out of print. I never see this one in stores anymore, so I had to order it from eBay. But I found it for a pretty decent price. It was listed for $50 or best offer, so I sent the seller an offer of $35. I figured he was going to counter it with $40 or $45 or something, but he accepted it. So I guess for $35 plus shipping, which I think was a steal. So yeah, very reasonable, decent price. The Miner from the original My Bloody Valentine, one of my favorite slasher movies, and I need to redo my review of that this February. I might wait till Valentine's Day, because those are my early videos. I set it to private because there's a lot of room for improvement, so I'll probably redo that one though on February 14th of 2022, next year. So, oh yeah. Alright, next we got Herbert West from Reanimator, as played by Jeffrey Combs. One of my favorite horror characters, and easily my top 5 favorite horror protagonists of all time, even though he's kind of an anti-hero. He does villainous things a whole lot, and he really only cares about his work. You know, he obsesses about science, and he'll pretty much harm anybody who gets in his way. But at the end of the day, he does kind of end up being a hero. In all 3 movies. So they need to make a part 4. But yeah, very cool. I usually don't really care for the clothed figures, but I think this one works because it's the lab coat, and that might be a little harder to pull off with hard plastic. But so yeah, there's a few exceptions. NECA usually does the right thing when they do end up making a clothed figure. So yeah, Herbert West, really cool. Let's look at the accessories. Reanimator. It will scare you to pieces. Yeah, I highly suggest you guys get your hands on this figure because I think it's a must-have for any collectors out there. So it's got the little bloody dish that he keeps the severed head of his nemesis, Dr. Carl Hill, who's the real villain of the movie. Basically, it's a disembodied severed head, and then his headless body as well. Yeah, there's Dr. Carl Hill's head, one of my favorite horror villains, actually. He's a great antagonist, and I like that they included his head with this Reanimator figure. Then there's the cat. There's the serum, the glowing green liquid, the reagent that resurrects the dead. He brings them back to life. I guess this is just like a... Oh, I guess this is just like a pocket protector right here. So I'll go ahead and put that on his lab coat. Yeah, okay, cool. Much better. I didn't even really notice that at first. Yep. Can't go wrong with Reanimator. And of course, if you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it. There's the shovel he used to decapitate Dr. Hill, of course. And, yeah, some good accessories, like always. Let me take a closer look. There's the cat. That part in the movie actually doesn't really bother me. It never really made me sad because the cat puppet looks so incredibly fake. Usually animals dying or suffering in horror movies kind of, is kind of, upsetting. But in this case, it just looks so fake that it's not believable at all. Obviously, it's not real, but, when it looks especially fake, then... But it's okay. Just a movie. And then last but certainly not least, the Friday the 13th Part 7, New Blood Jason Voorhees. I've been waiting for this to come out for so long. I think this is probably my favorite NECA figure that I have so far. The detail on this sucker is just phenomenal. I knew they'd do a great job. By the way, for more, if you want to see my other Jason figures, I showed them all off in an earlier Loathsome Lore episode. I can't remember which number it was, but I'll leave it in the description below when I think of it if you're interested. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I think they did a great job with this. My God, the detail. I knew they would, and this is my favorite Jason look. He just looks incredible. Go figure, Jason has the best look in the movie that's actually directed by a special effects makeup artist. I'm talking, of course, about the late, great John Carl Buechler, rest in peace. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job with the makeup in this movie. Yeah, you see exposed spinal cord, the rib cage, exposed bones in his legs, and a little bit in the arms. It looks awesome. And of course, you take the mask off. He looks exactly like he did in the movie, unmasked, like NECA always does, which is just freaking phenomenal. It just blows me away every time. And of course, there's the chain that he had from his demise in Part 6. Still got it around his neck. Yeah, I can't believe how much detail they put on this figure. I knew that they'd do a great job, and so that's why I was looking forward for this one to come out ever since I heard that NECA started making Jason figures. I know there was the one years ago that I think it was made by Todd McFarlane Toys, or just McFarlane Toys, whatever it was. That was a really cool one too. I actually like this a little better because it's a little more posable, I think. It goes with my other Jasons, of course, which are all made by NECA, obviously. So yeah, this is probably my favorite figure, I gotta say. I knew it would be. My favorite Jason look, my favorite looking Jason, unmasked or otherwise, And very happy to have it. I'm glad it finally came out with it because, it was killing me when it was announced and they kept pushing back the date. I was like, man, is this thing ever going to get released? So it's the only Kane Hodder Jason that I have. And I think it's the only one NECA has ever made because, I don't know if they made the other Hodder Jasons. If they have, then I know there's one for Freddy vs. Jason, the remake, which are both made by NECA. I don't have those yet either. But I'm pretty sure they didn't make any of the Hodder Jasons. They should definitely make a part 8 next. They pretty much always made them in order. Because, that'd be pretty cool, too, if they have a part 8. I don't like that look nearly as much as this one. Not even close. But they should still make a part 8 next, because it'd be cool to have, And when you take his mask off, obviously he'll look like he did in part 8. And, so glad to finally have this. It's quickly become one of my most prized possessions, and I've only had it for a week. I know a lot of other fellow horror YouTubers have got this already as well. It's really cool. It comes with a few really cool accessories. Let's go and take them out right now. Yeah, we got all the other weapons used in the movie. There's the Weed Eater, and there's all other knives and axes and stuff. And then, pretty cool. And then behind, there's the broken mask that splits apart, like, when Tina uses her telekinetic powers to pretty much tighten it around Jason's face, and it breaks off of his face, which reveals his, awesome unmasked form. That's a nice touch, having a mask that actually breaks apart. I like that a lot. And then, various other weapons, a couple different hands. I had to switch one out already just so you could hold the machete. All my Jason figures have a machete, so. And then an alternate head where he's making the angry face. Like, how dare you destroy my mask? I've been wearing it since part 3. You bitch, how could you? Oh yeah. Gotta love these other weapons that comes with. If you saw my display earlier, you'll see that I have Leatherface, Michael Myers, Jason, and Freddy, and Chucky all in a line. Sometimes I switch out the Jasons, since now I have 6 different Jason figures. And sometimes I'll switch out the Jason. Right now I have the part 4 Jason, which was probably my second favorite look Jason ever had. Sometimes I'll switch him out part 3 or part 2, and I'll probably switch him out with this one pretty soon, because it'd be pretty cool to have him in back with the other Jasons. Or in front with the other slasher villains, sorry. I can't talk. So yeah, pretty cool. It's very likely my new favorite figure. Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Jason versus Carrie. An awesome, badass looking zombie. One of the coolest I've ever seen. Alright guys, well I think that about covers it. Those are all the new figures I got lately. I don't think that there's any other recent purchases that I haven't already talked about in my last Loathsome Lore episode. So yeah, definitely check out this Jason figure. It's really, really cool. Glad to have it as part of my collection. Still have quite a few redos, re-reviews, of early videos I did when I first started this channel to get to. It's October now, so I'm going to go ahead and do all the Halloween movies that I set to private, which is part 1, 2, and 4, because I did those 3 reviews when I first started, and I did the other movies a little later. Those don't need to be improved, at least not yet. And so I'm going to redo my reviews of Halloween 1, 2, and 4, all 12 of the Jason movies, speaking of Friday the 13th, and then also need to do My Bloody Valentine, which I'll wait till February, unless I get tired of waiting, then I'll just do it before that. Now I need to redo Silent Night, Deadly Night, which I'm going to wait till December, and then I need to redo the original Last House on the Left and the 1990 It TV miniseries. So there's all the other videos I got planned. I also need to do a promo for the upcoming 5th episode of the Morbid Hour, so stay tuned for that. I might do that either later today or tomorrow. So check out Sean Urshan's promo for that as well. It's the show that I do with him and HorrorFan88, the live stream that I do here on this channel. It's going to be if you miss the promo, it's going to be on October 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. More info on that when I film my promo. Alright guys, I think that about covers it. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, so until next time, as always, thank you for watching my late night spook show here on the Horror Metal channel. I'm Hellhound, and until next time, later. Keep it horror.